You should be feeling like a VIP rock star or movie star right now because you finished our VIP premium dig. So let's learn about some of those stones in your dig. So I'm Miss Shar here at Kids Digs, and I'm ready to take you through a little lesson on our VIP premium dig. All right, let's start off by talking about clear quartz. So you might notice some of your pieces are either really see-through or some that aren't as see-through. Only difference is that the ones that are less see-through have cracks and air bubbles and inclusions inside that make it less see-through. So if you kind of think of an ice cube, and the more you crush it, the less you can see through it, kind of the same thing with quartz. But what's really cool about those cracks is that a lot of the time they'll create prisms or rainbows from those cracks. Best way to find them, go outside, take your stone out in the sun, turn it around and see if you see any pretty prisms in there. You found your quartz crystal tip. The reason why this one looks a little bit different is because it does have a tip. This is the end of the crystal. The other piece that you have, if it doesn't have a tip, just means that it came from a larger crystal piece. Next, let's talk about smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is the same stone, just a different color. Smoky quartz is actually brown because it's aluminum mixed with the radiation in the ground while it was forming, giving that nice brown color. Let's talk about that geode piece. That's going to be your piece that's super sparkly. Those that don't know, a geode is a rock on the outside, crystals on the inside. This is actually quartz as well, just small formations of quartz crystals. Let's talk about obsidian next. So obsidian is not a rock and it's not a crystal. It's actually something else. It's lava that was cooled so fast that crystals couldn't form. So instead, it is volcanic glass. You might have noticed some feldspar in your dig. We called feldspar a host rock because a lot of the time other stones will kind of grow alongside it or in it. Just like this piece here, I have a little bit of smoky quartz that filled in a hole inside the feldspar. You might have found some biotite in your dig. It may be by itself in its own stack or what we call a book of biotite, or you might have found it attached to another stone. A lot of the time it'll be attached to quartz like I have here, or it can be attached to feldspar or kind of a mix of several different stones all together. Let's talk about that bubbly piece. You might see some blue in it. You might see some nice pattern lines. You may see a little bit of that sparkle on it. So this is your blue lace agate. Blue lace agate gets its name from the patterns that the agate forms while it's growing. You may notice these bubbly structures on your piece. Those are called botryoidal, or just basically bubble format. We have different words that we use to kind of explain shapes of gemstones. My piece here has a bit of what looks like a sugar dusting to it. What that is it's just very tiny little quartz crystals that we call druzy that have covered over the agate after it had formed. I'm sure you're pretty excited to talk about this purple piece. This is your purple lepidolite. It is in the mica family, just like our biotite. My piece of purple lepidolite here has a quartz center. So here's a larger piece of purple lepidolite. You may notice that it has kind of a silver center with a little bit of a purple rim. As I turn it, all you see is purple. And that's basically what's happening with our piece of purple lepidolite is we're just seeing a whole bunch of tiny little versions of that sheet. And so it looks purple to us, but really it's kind of a silvery with a purple ridge on the outside. I've been saving the best for last. Tourmaline, one of my favorite stones, and hopefully it will be one of your favorite stones in this dig as well. So tourmaline, just like our friend quartz, comes in lots of different colors. We'll start with our black tourmaline. And tourmaline in general is known because of the lines or striations that are on the tourmaline. The reason why tourmaline has these lines is because of the way that it forms. When the tourmaline was forming, it actually pushed up against other rocks, filling in cracks and crevices. You can see on this piece here, I kind of have a mixture of a black tourmaline with a smoky quartz and feldspar. You don't notice any lines on the black tourmaline on the outside, but once I take that piece out, you can observe those lines on the black tourmaline, and you can also see them against the smoky quartz as well. So as the black tourmaline was growing, it was pushing up against the smoky quartz, and that friction is what gave it those striations. If you take a look at your fingernail, you might notice that you have some lines in it as well. That's just from your nail growing up through your skin, kind of creating that same friction, just like tourmaline has. I've saved the best for last. Let's talk about our color tourmaline. So just like our friend quartz, tourmaline comes in different colors. We have pink, green, and watermelon inside your dig. So your pink obviously is this nice pink color. Sometimes it'll range kind of in like a lavender or purple color. Again, we also have green anywhere from light green to dark green. Last but not least, which is your pink and your green together. Kind of guess why it's called watermelon tourmaline, especially when it's put in slices. Thanks so much for digging with us. I hope you enjoyed being our VIP here at Kids Digs, and we look forward to digging with you again soon.